I've always been in awe of the talented youth who have given me the privilege of sharing their world for a short while every Sunday. They have expressed their talents in forensics and debate at all levels. They have been thespians, musicians, athletes, and Eagle Scouts. The greatest joy of being a youth leader is to watch these young people begin their life's journeys. Those journeys have taken them abroad in Peace Corps. They have pursued careers in music, theater, filmmaking. They've gone on to seminary, doctoral candidates, and a pilot in the Air Force. Every year we gather to spend a little time to recognize the graduating seniors in the youth group. This particular group is special to me because I first met them as sixth graders. I had never dealt with sixth graders in a group, and there were a number of Sundays where my first thought was, please, Lord, don't make me kill them. There were some days I had to resist the urge to check their neck size. I won't mention any names like Joseph. I think possibly they might have felt the same way towards me. iPods were just coming out, and they looked at me as the Darth Lord, and banned all electronics from the room while we were in session. It really was not long before we reached a mutual understanding, and I realized that they were not minions from hell. And they grew in the belief that I was not the Dark Lord. One of their greatest accomplishments was the making and selling of candles. Altogether, they raised over $900, which they used to buy a gift basket from Heifer International and to support a member of our community in her battle against breast cancer. My greatest accomplishment was that while their hands were busy with the candles, I was able to engage their minds. It was a first glimpse of how special these young people are. After an absence of a couple of years, I was accepted back into their group last year. They wanted to have me DNA tested to make sure that I was not an alien in disguise when I not only granted or allowed electronics, but encouraged them to use them. We use them to schedule wonderful things that I've done sometimes. For me, it was a great year. I will miss the weekly sharing of triumphs and the trials, the discussions of social issues, and the great debate whether or not the known is really naked. We call this senior recognition, but it is more than that. It is a ceremony of transition. We are the last in a long line of adults who had the privilege of nurturing them in the community. For the next few minutes, we will celebrate the children and youth they were and present to the community the young adults they have become.
Nicely said. We're going to go. I'm Laurel Vogt. I've been a youth leader for 3 years? I think 3 years. And I am not graduating my daughter this year, unlike last year. So I swore I wasn't going to cry today, but I can't make any promises because I really love these guys. We're going to go in alphabetical order. Forrest Parker Evans was born in... in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the son of Unitarian parents, and he came to UUFT with his family in 1998. When I started having Forrest and Joseph in class when they were 4, I got you preschool, and I can share John's frustrations. They were mine as well. These two boys, they just loved each other. They were best friends, and they were hilarious and just active and bouncy, and we managed not to kill them, so I think we should be congratulated. And now look out. Anyway, Forrest was kind of quiet, except when he was playing on Joseph, but when he was a kid, he was really pretty quiet about talking in class, so he didn't really know what was in store until he started displaying his musical talents. He started playing guitar when he was 7, began the double bass in the 3rd grade. By the time he was in middle school, he was playing jazz guitar seriously with the Topeka Youth Jazz Workshop, which is a pretty big deal. When he reached Topeka High School, he joined not only the orchestra, but the Topeka High Jazz Band, where he has been a pivotal member. He is a professional musician already. I'm sure many of you have heard him on our stage, talent shows and playing for services. He also has played and multiple times at Topeka High School and around the community. He is a member of the Orphans of Smooth Jazz, which is a professional jazz group that plays here in town. I think it's paid, right? They've cut a CD and are well on their way to stardom. He's played with many KC jazz greats and went on tour with singer-songwriter Carrie Cooper for 5 days to 5 cities as her bassist. Pretty big deal. Well, it looks like he is destined for stardom in the musical world. In fact, he is planning to study music education. He wants to teach high school music. He has been offered numerous scholarships, including KU, Truman State, William Jewell, Drake University, and Washburn. He has decided to attend the Washburn University's honors program and major in music education. Forrest Parker Evans. Because I didn't tell a story about the middle school talent show where all the little middle school girls were sitting around me swooning that you were playing your guitar. All right, next is Joseph Rothschild. He was born in Austin, Texas, again to Unitarian parents. Joined the fellowship in 1998 with his family. And the first time I was floored by Joseph Rothschild was as a preschooler. He sat down next to me, we were going to read a storybook, and he took it out of my hands and started reading it. He was only 4 years old. And I think he was impatient with me. He didn't like the way I was reading it, which is probably fair. Anyway, he's been wowing us with his superior intelligence and storytelling skills ever since. He is a senior at Topeka High School, soon to graduate, and where he has done everything. He's been in, where's my list? 10 plays. 2 played the lead? Something like that. He's been in 10 different plays. He's excelled in theater. He got to play kind of an Elvis character in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor. He's been in orchestra for 4 years, where he plays the cello. He took debate for 2 years, and forensics for 4 years. He excels in forensics and was the state forensic champion in humorous interpretation his sophomore year. That year he blessed us with his piece, which was about God, right?
Yep.
It was marvelous. Hilarious. It was outstanding. He's been a 3-time national qualifier in forensics and a 2-time national quarterfinalist. That's a big deal. He is going again this year to nationals for his humorous interpretation. And he's a member of the National Honor Society. No?
No. I'm going. Yeah, just.
What are you going?
The 2-person one.
Oh, duo.
But he qualified for both.
Okay. Oh, but he qualified for both. Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyways, on to nationals, right? He is planning to attend Lafayette College or university?
College.
Lafayette College in Eastern Pennsylvania. He has not yet decided on a major, but will probably study English and theater. Wants to continue in theater. And I give you Joseph Rothschild.
Hello, I'm Sarah Rush. I've been in the youth house a couple of years. Sometimes, yeah. Okay, so Ashanti Spears is the daughter of Oshara Hayes. I first met Ashanti this fall. She is very outgoing, very talkative, and we've had quite a few really good talks. I think she makes good decisions and she really thinks things through. She's very talented. She was born in Topeka. She began coming to fellowship in 6th grade. She went to French Middle School and Highland Park High School. She moved to Little Rock, Arkansas, sophomore year, half a junior year. Now she's graduating from Highland Park High School. She's done ROTC all 4 years, which I imagine is extremely difficult. More than I could do, I'm a crier. Wouldn't work out. She's doing newspaper in the late crew. She's done theater all 4 years. She does the videos and photography, and she writes, and she does poetry. And when we have con, she always does something with writing and poetry. She's going to Scotland, which is a pretty big deal. Out of 2,300 nominations, only 52 schools were chosen. She's the second in Kansas ever to be chosen. She has an American High School Theater Festival in Edinburgh, which is part of the Fringe Festival. Fringe Festival. That's exciting. She will be going to Grambling State University in Grambling, Louisiana. Wow. And her major's undecided. She wants to continue in visual and performing arts. Her dream is to have a nonprofit to help keep youth out of jail by sharing arts and culture with them and making her own films. She's very interested in pursuing social justice through film making. And she said that she'll miss UFT the most when she leaves Topeka. We'll miss her. Next is Louis Weishart. Louis was born in Topeka and has lived in Auburn for 17 years. His parents are Martin and Leslie Weishart. His little sister is Linnea. Linnea. I haven't met the little ones. Hi, Linnea. Okay. Louis is a very mature kid. He was kind of quiet, but when we just talked, he's really funny. It's been a lot of fun working with him. I think when Joseph and the other kids get kind of going, Louis can be the one to kind of bring them back. Good leadership. He does. Louis has 2 passions, adventure and music. Since he was little, he liked to hunt and fish. When he was 5, he would rappel off the side of a 2nd-story deck at home. Give me a heart attack. This launched a love for rock climbing that he would pursue nearly every summer. He has climbed in Alberta, Canada, and 5 different states from coast to coast. Louis has been involved in Boy Scouting since 1st grade. Scouting adventures have taken him on caving, bicycling, camping, and backpacking trips, including high-adventure trips to Philmont, New Mexico, and Boundary Waters in Minnesota. Louis has earned his Eagle Scout in 2010 after completing a remodeling project in the Utah City UFT. It's a pretty big deal. It's a lot of work.
How do you think of everything?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll work on
It looks good. Other hiking and backpacking trips have included a trek to the bottom of the Grand Canyon with his family and a climb to the top of the highest point in the lower 48 states, Mount Whitney in California. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Louis loves being in and on the water. He conquered sailing when he was 15 and has taken up kayaking and rowing. He participates in training and racing with the Topeka Rowing Association and recently rowed to a silver medal at the Great Plains Rowing Championship. Music has been a big part of Louis's life. He's been playing trumpet and guitar since grade school. He's participated in marching band, wind ensemble, and jazz band throughout high school, holding leadership positions in each. Louis will graduate from Washburn High School with honors in May, and he plans to attend the University of Kansas and study architecture. He's already gotten into the School of Architecture. Yeah.
I haven't known you guys that long, but I can do great too, so I have some questions.
started her job right before Con. If any of you know anything about the youth conference that we have every year in March, it's a big deal. And she spent the entire weekend with us.
They're a very great introductory senior class to my job. I'm very appreciative of them for being so great. So what we have gotten them are these bamboo chalice necklaces that can also be like keychains or anything like that, but I think they're pretty cool. And then we got them these cool chalice journals for them to take with them off to college. And at the reception, the journals will be open to, and they have their name in the front, and we would like people to maybe write like good luck notes to them while you're out there eating cake and stuff like that. So after we give these to the seniors, I'm going to take them back and put them on the tables for people to write well wishes to the seniors. So please try to remember to do that. So Joseph. Congratulations.
Handshake.